Recently, the Corruption Perception Index was released. And as usual, Sub-Saharan Africa scored 33 over 100. 33. South Africa scored 41. Ghana 43. Almighty Nigeria 25 out of 100 and ranked 145 in the world. The rest of the African countries had abysmal performance, with the exception of countries like Namibia, Botswana, Rwanda, Mauritius. The rest of the countries performed abysmally. And this, the politicians will always argue, these are just perception index. These are perceptions, all right, but they are the reality. It is real that African politicians are corrupt. Just take a look at this.
Sir, which year did you attain the age of 60?
I don't know.
CJ, I'm waiting for a response. What year did you attain the age of 60?
Isn't this personal, Chairman?
What?
I think it's too personal. No.
Chairman, if people think that this is personal, let me just remind this House and the finance minister, the deputy finance minister, that her boss, the finance minister, came before the House of Parliament and informed us on behalf of His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, that he was no longer going to be giving contractual extensions to people above the age of 60, especially when their expertise was not scarce. Your boss, the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, told the House that on behalf of His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And so when I ask a question that which year did the Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority attain 60, it is not a personal question. He's a public servant. Thank you.
That is the simple question. And this question is enough to get someone worked up and fidgeting. Apparently, the Commissioner of the Ghana Revenue Authority is 60 and above. He has been working in this position for 2 years under no contract. Kudos Sam George for asking such a brilliant question. There is always a saying, who watches the watchman? You see, these are some of the corruption we talk about. How can someone work in this position above 60, someone who is above that age, if not because of political favoritism, nepotism, and you may call it whatever. And I always say, Nigeria is just a mere geographical expression. Nigerians are very smart, but when it comes to the selection of their leaders, they can also act very dumb. We may wake up one day and realize that Nigeria has been plunged into a full-grown war because of the leaders the country has elected into power. If you meet Nigerians will tell you, I am an Igbo, I am a Yoruba, I am an Igbo. Nigerians rarely refer to themselves as Nigerians. And that is the first thing, the first mistake Nigerians make. You never meet a Ghanaian and ask the Ghanaian, and the Ghanaian will tell you, I'm an Ashanti, I'm a Northerner, I am a Ghanaian. When Ghanaians speak, they refer to themselves as Ghanaians. When Nigerians speak, they refer to themselves as this Igbo man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Yoruba man. That is the first disunity and division among Nigerians. And that is where Nigeria will be plunged into a full-blown war someday, because already we have the Biafrans who have allegedly separated themselves and the rest of Nigeria. 2, the killing of people in Nigeria. In the 21st century alone, 62,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria by Fulani herdsmen, bandits, and Boko Haram terrorists. However, the government is sitting aloof. Buhari has done nothing about it. Tinubu presently is doing nothing about it, and under Tinubu, it has become worse. Today, there was a kidnapping event of school children at the Faith Apostolic School.
káwọn mọ́tẹ̀ wá gbọ́n àwọn pẹ́ẹ́sì wọn kọ́ bá wọn.
ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ ọmọ kéèyàn ò ní ẹtí
ẹni láti sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa wọ̀nyí tó.
wọ́n láyé nàìjíríà.
there is no security in our country.
Girls, just look at the past. These children have parents. These children are the future of Nigeria. And these children have been kidnapped by Fulani herdsmen or the bandits. Only God knows where they have been taken to. And we would not forget about the kidnap of over 200 girls some years back. Till date, we are yet to get a conclusive story of that event. In northern Nigeria, over 30,000 Muslims have died. And that is because some of these Muslims who try to fight back against the Fulani people and some of these terrorists have met their untimely death. Burning of houses and continuous perpetration of these crimes exist in Nigeria. Yet, the government sit aloof. Apparently, there are reports of certain government officials who have been involved in some of these kidnapping because it has become a business for them. Just imagine an ex-accountant general in Nigeria. This is the height of corruption. How do you fake injury just to escape trial? But he didn't know that cameras were set up all the way. Does this look like someone who has had an injury? Don't we think that this was all a setup? Yet, when we say Nigeria is corrupt, when we say Africa is corrupt, the leaders are quick to jump at people on social media. We say social media say a lot of stuff that are not true. Yet, what happens is always the truth. Why can't Nigeria live in peace just in a day? Christians are killed every day, and the Muslims who try to fight back and protect themselves in Sokoto, Kaduna, Zamfara will also be killed. What kind of a country are we living in? Nigeria seems to look like a zoo. And I don't know why the Secretary General Anthony Blinken visited Nigeria. I don't know whether if they discussed about some of these security issues behind doors, closed doors. But certainly, the silent genocide against Christians in Nigeria by these Fulani herdsmen must not go unnoticed. Please, Tinubu, you have been in power for less than 1 year, but there are so many things happening. And Nigerians, let us stop this whole thing about Obedient. Please support the man to work. Because the actions of many Nigerians is taking the country backwards. Because Peter Obi did not win, they are doing all that they can to bring down Tinubu, to make him and his governance, his presidency ungovernable, which is not good. Once he has been proclaimed the president of Nigeria, if you truly claim that you love Nigeria, support them. And Peter Obi, please tell your supporters, if you, Peter Obi, truly love Nigeria, tell them to stop every form of speech or every form of action that will make people emotional. They should all rally behind him to work for the betterment of Nigeria. When your time comes, you'll be the president. Dear Peter Obi, remember, one day you want to become the president of Nigeria. If you have a lot of saboteurs out there against your government, you'll find it difficult to govern, though you are a good man. We all know you are a good man. You have been a governor before, and we've read histories about you. Please, speak to people. Let them support the current president. Do you want to inherit a country that is in mayhem? If you want, ask Ghanaians and they will tell you. John Mahama is asking for a honeymoon because the country's economy is in tatters. Is that what you want, dear Peter Obi? Please speak to your people. Let them not make it look like Yorubas and Igbos. No, let it not look like Northerners and against the rest of Nigeria. No, speak to your people. You must develop that country as one. Dear Peter Obi, if you come to power someday and this country has been rammed to the ground, with all your expertise, I bet you can't lift Nigeria up. And that is where people will be very disappointed in you. So please, stop touring and talking to people and all that. Stop it. Stop touring and making it look like you're still on a campaign. No. Sit back, reassess, and tell your people to support Tinubu. At least, if you truly love your country, don't let them make his government ungovernable. We know he's human and he's very old. And there are people around him, scavengers. Nigerians, you need to wake up. If you truly love your country, don't always keep pulling the leaders backwards. Support most of them. We don't do things like that. Please. And for the leaders, the president and his ministers, the governors, you must wake up. If not, one day you will not find a country to govern. That country will soon go into a full-blown war, and we can't afford that. Nigeria is the biggest economy. Nigeria has the largest population, and that makes Africa grow. Without Nigeria, Ghana probably would not survive. Please, dear Nigerians, dear politicians, stop looting and think about the future of Nigeria first. Stop looting and think about the prosperity of Nigeria. If your children go to study abroad and come back and there is no state to govern, where will they go? A word to the wise, they say, is enough. The name is Mandela on Mandela Unveiled. Make sure to subscribe. Leave us comments. Hit the like button. Post and repost. Share our videos. And make sure to watch more of our videos. Until we meet next time, adios.